Welcome back to Gaming with Crushworth. Now I've been playing a few games, on a fair few consoles mind you, including the Nintendo Switch, the Xbox Series X, and the PlayStation 1. And I can't wait to talk to you about all of them. Game number one is Dragon Quest III HD2D Remake. I like Dragon Quest, but I haven't played all too many titles yet. This one, I've had my eye on this one for a long time. A series I've fallen in love with, merged with one of my favorite graphic styles, the pixelated world of HD 2D. What's not to love? I can't quite explain it, but I was so excited for this game that it still almost doesn't feel real to be playing it. This is my first playthrough of Dragon Quest III on any console, and I'm enjoying everything it and its vast, unbelievable world has to offer me. And that's a lot. I'd love to know if there's games in your collection that it still, feels surreal to own and to hold it. One thing though, the difficulty is no joke. They brought back the give no quarter to the player nature present in its OG cartridge. Yes, I can manage the challenge level, but I wish I could keep my party alive for longer to level up a few more times and progress further. I'm always dragging at least one, if not two coffins behind me, and then those characters get left behind EXP-wise. If anyone can tell me a good grinding spot in or around the pyramid, yes, I'm still in the early game, I'd be grateful. I need to level up a lot. At this point, we've now seen the first trailer from Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D Remake, and I'm looking forward to the entire Erdrick trilogy being released in this incredible style. Now, if you're enjoying what you're seeing and you want to see more, please hit like, subscribe, and then ring that bell to get all notifications. Okay, this one has me officially jazzed. You all came through for me so much when I asked you to pick my next JRPG, and the winner was Final Fantasy IX. I'm so thankful to everyone who voted on the poll and in the comments on YouTube. I started this one as quickly as I could because I felt how passionate everyone was for it. Not 5 minutes in, I was hooked. Graphically, it represents a classic era of gaming, and I hold it in such high regard, not just because the games were great, but things were easier. What I'm seeing is a beautiful painted world, and I just want to stand in one place and look at every detail. Stunning, atmospheric, and with charm by the buttloads. That's Final Fantasy IX. Give me an evil forest, ice cavern, or the rain-soaked Burmecia, and FF9 draws me right in. Add in an incredible score, and this is on its way to become an all-time favorite of mine. Characters? The party, or at least who's in mine right now, is fantastic. Zidane is carefree, rebellious, funny, and charming. Princess Garnet is wise, kind, caring, and really cute. Aww. Steiner's amusing, yet exasperating. I can see how him moving heaven and earth to bring Garnet home is chivalrous, but it's a terrible idea. He'll have to see the error of his ways. Vivi, the small but mighty black mage, is hands down my favorite. Even the small among us leave their marks in powerful ways. Now that's one theme I can get behind. Last is Freya, the mysterious Burmesian warrior. I've only just met her in the game, but can't wait to learn more. Now I'm just saying, it may have been a missed opportunity not to have Grandma Pickle as a playable character. I can come up with all kinds of pickle-based combat attacks. Hey, I'm just saying. The Outbound Ghost. Now this one has been interesting. I don't want to get into the weeds, but it involves a game that launched on Switch in an unplayable state, a move not authorized by the developer, a publisher/developer business relationship collapse, and yes, a lawsuit. Because of this, I thought I'd never get to play this one, which didn't feel fantastic, considering my wife gave me the physical version of the Outbound Ghost as a gift. Today, it's a whole different kettle of fish. The lawsuit has been resolved, and the game relaunched on Switch and Steam, now fully self-published by the developer and playable. So far, I find the writing witty, charming, and the story tinged with humor and a deep sadness, in that all the characters are, well, see-through. their lives ended far too early. Let's just say there's a malign individual who has unalived people en masse. As the player character, the quest has me journeying to help everyone, all my fellow ghosts, cross over. I haven't gotten too far into the plot, but what I'm enjoying so far is the turn-based combat. There's a lot of timed button presses, but Paper Mario fans would feel right at home. Our protagonist, an amnesiac, because it wouldn't be an RPG without a healthy dose of amnesia, is able to see and battle with and against figments of their emotions. In this, my ghost, let's call him Outbound, has so far met and battled alongside many characters. My party includes regret, callousness, and camaraderie. When I meet a character, their strongest emotion, not them themselves, joins me in battle. That ghost, while not fighting alongside me, is still very much involved in the story though. It's a cool twist on the traditional RPG party. Each of these figments can equip 3 aspects. Think Hollow Knight's charms, except I'm the one finding books to craft these. In this, books come in pairs, each with aspects inside. Then, the player is faced with a decision, choosing between the positives and negatives of both. For example, would I want improved healing for one character at the cost of power? Next, I'm playing Obsidian Entertainment's Avowed on the Xbox Series X. I have no previous experience with the living lands in the world of Aora, and haven't had the opportunity to dive into their previous games in this universe, Pillars of Eternity. Now, it might be unfair as I know this game stands on its own 2 feet, but give me a first-person Western RPG and my mind is immediately drawn to the GOAT, Bethesda's Skyrim. At first, I was a little bit disappointed in the lack of realism in Avowed. There's no unleashing demented attacks on NPCs here, which is too bad, but there's lots to love. In the opening moments of Avowed, I created my envoy Eowyn and chose Barbarian over Mage and Ranger. She's badass. What I find so cool about Avowed is having not 1, but 2 weapons loadouts. My secondary weapon is a bow for long-distance carnage. Main quest be darned, I'm usually in a far-flung corner of the map to secure high-end crafting materials or treasure. And no, I'm nowhere near strong enough to be where I am. That's exactly why I love Western RPGs.
Nice.
In a timeline where Baldur's Gate 3 set the gold standard on companions, I've heard Avowed isn't quite on the same level. So, when I'm playing, I know I'm unlikely to create lasting and emotional bonds with the companions. I'll make my own opinion, but I'm expecting it to not be as fulsome as Baldur's Gate 3. But I'm liking Kai, who's been my ride or die, and then I've most recently been introduced to the Dwarf Ranger Marius. One thing is certain, Avowed shines most bright in its combat. Opening the radial wheels doesn't feel forced, and in that menu I'm enjoying issuing powerful commands to my 2 companions. Switching between loadouts is so smooth. I'm interested to see where Avowed goes from here, as I haven't really experienced too much story. Obsidian Entertainment has a great track record with RPGs, so I'm stoked. Gauntlet Legends. What can I tell you about Gauntlet Legends except I absolutely adore it? I must thank Humble Mud for introducing me to this game. On the PlayStation 1, it's a classic of the ARPG genre. The gameplay is addicting and the graphics are perfection. Here, the story draws from classic hack-and-slash villainy. Wizard Sumner's brother Garm releases big bad Scorn from the underworld. At the beginning, I got to choose between a warrior, which I picked, a Valkyrie, a wizard, and an archer, each with their own distinct playstyle. Sumner, the wizard, standing at the center of the hub world, opens each level. Thanks for holding the door. Sumner, you're the bee's knees. I'm not too far into Gauntlet, but what I've played I've enjoyed immensely. I'm a big Diablo fan, going back to Diablo 2, so this style of gameplay suits me perfectly. The auto-attack functionality is also welcome, and it provides a strange sort of coziness to the vibe. I've enjoyed my first few hours of Gauntlet Legends so much that I went out and purchased Gauntlet Dark Legacy, which I didn't know was a remake, and Gauntlet 7 Sorrows. I think I'll be seeing a lot of Warrior, Wizard, Archer, and Valkyrie in my near future. You know me, I'm always cooking up something right here in Crushworth headquarters. But until next time, see you later. Thanks for watching. If you haven't yet, like, subscribe, and crush that bell to catch all my videos. And get this, reviewing games is new to me, YouTube isn't. Gaming with Crushworth joins traveling with Crushworth in the Crushworth Extended Universe. What games are you playing? Let me know in the comments below. See you later.